if I had to sum it up in one word, embarrassing. To come out and play with that type of energy, that type of urgency. I addressed the team right after the game, and what I see with our team right now, I don't feel real good. And I don't know. I'll be meeting with my coaches. I'll be watching this game. I'm gonna go back and look at probably our last 4 games and look and see what's going on with our team, because we are not coming out ready to play at the very beginning. We're not playing with a sense of urgency. We're not playing with a passion. We're not playing like we want it bad enough, and that's very, very disturbing. And I don't see it on their faces. I don't see, I don't see this. I just don't see that urgency. Things are going on out there. We are a team that, and I've said it before, our character won't be tested when we're doing well. When we run off 6 wins, okay, that's not going to test our character. But the minute we hit a little bump in the road, how do we respond? And thus far, from what I've seen, the response has not been good. That's very, very disturbing.
You say disturbing, Coach? Are you disappointed?
I am disappointed. I'm disappointed that we are not playing with a hunger. We're looking to point fingers. We're playing the blame game. But more importantly, our energy level is not good at all. It's just not good. We're not doing things quick. We're not doing things with speed. We're not doing things with urgency. We're playing like. And I said this after the Milwaukee game. We play like we're coming off of a back-to-back-to-back. And I told the guys, I don't know what you're doing, the night before we play. I don't know what you're doing away from the floor. I don't know what it is. Something's going on that is not allowing us to play this game with an energy and a passion that we should be playing with. And as a head coach, I've got to find out what it is.
When you say blame game, like what?
Well, we start making excuses. We start getting on the officials. We start getting on each other, on the teammates. All those things, they start to seep in when things aren't going well, and that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all.
How do you combat that, Coach? How do you fix it, particularly if you're saying there's other things maybe away from the court that are going on?
I got to find out what it is. I got to find out what's going on with our players. I got to find out what they're doing the night before we play, because this is not the first time this has happened. This is the third game. We did it against Milwaukee, them coming off of the back-to-back. Dallas came off of a back-to-back. And clearly started the game with twice the amount of energy than we did. And that's not supposed to be happening. Teams that play back-to-back, not saying they're going to come in here and lay down and play sluggish. They're not going to do that. But you don't expect them to come in at the start of the game and play with more energy than you. And that's again, it happened after the Milwaukee game. It happened after the Dallas game, and now it's the Boston game. Something is going on, and I got to get to the bottom of it with our team.
Is that a leadership issue from different guys on the team?
It's a combination. It's a combination of the leadership. It's a combination. I mean, I think players have to know themselves. They have to know their bodies. They have to know, what gives them energy and what doesn't. They have to know how to get themselves physically and mentally ready for every game, especially at the start. You get in that second half in the fourth quarter. If you played a lot of minutes, you may be a little tired. You may not have all the energy and the juice. But I'm talking at the very beginning of the game, the first 4 minutes of the game, when I see my players bending over, grabbing their shorts, because they're winded, something's going on, something's wrong, and I got to get to the bottom.
You talked about one of the skills of accountability. When you get to the bottom of what the problems are, what can you do as the head coach? I'm going to address it individually. If it's the individual player, I've got to address it.
I got to address it. I got to do everything I can to give my players the best possible opportunity to play at their highest level. And if I see something wrong, and I know it's going on, I got to address it. I got to address it right then and there, because I need each and every guy in that locker room. You know, each and every guy brings something unique to the table, and I got to have every guy. So it has to be, you know, it can't be sugar-coated. It has to be addressed.
Look at the stats too. I would say the lack of some rebounding, no steals. I mean, is that all?
Rebounding has always, I shouldn't say always, it's been an issue for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we played up, and I don't remember the exact team, but I know we gave up 17 offensive rebounds one game. Then the following game we gave up 16 offensive rebounds, and then I think the following game we gave up 12 offensive rebounds. So rebounding has always been a problem for us, and that's something I have addressed in our practice. In every practice we've had, I've tried to spend some time work on rebounding. So that's a glaring problem. That's something that, you know, you just got to make your mind up that you're gonna roll your sleeves up and get in there and put your body on somebody and go after the basketball. And I'm certainly, you know, teams that come into our place, or teams that play us, period. You know, they look at us, especially the stat sheets as far as what we've given up offensive rebounding. Hey, their antennas have to be up. Hey, go to the glass against the Hawks, because they don't box out. So that's been a glaring problem that we've addressed. We just got to get better at it.
How much better are the Celtics from last year?
I mean, to me, they're basically the same. Obviously, with Shaq, they've got a load inside, you know. But as far as Paul and KG and Pierce, Ray Allen, they're still a potent punch. You know, they still they're good one-on-one wise. They're good coming off of screens, and they play well together.